going on, guys? What is going on, 27 Squad? Welcome back into another video, and today we're going to be doing a mock draft review. I tend to do quite a bit of these throughout the season. I want to start to get doing them more often because there's just so much mock drafts out there, and I'm a draft junkie when it comes. I don't watch much college football because I just don't have the time, but I love the draft. I love doing mock drafts. I love watching film. I love making my own notes, things like that. So I'm very excited to go over Daniel Jeremiah's I think mock draft 2.0, as it says on the screen here. Daniel Jeremiah, one of the most I get respected guys in the game right now as far as mock drafts go and the NFL draft process. To me, my favorite, when it comes to that. I always listen to Move the Sticks podcast when it comes to the draft season. So this one's interesting. You see a lot of mock drafts, this season, and Daniel Jeremiah's is interesting here, where it says Steelers, Chargers, and Vikings take running backs in round one. Now, I don't think I've ever seen. Why did this just disappear? I don't think I've ever seen three running backs in one mock draft. So I'm assuming Caleb Johnson's that third guy. He's gonna be a round one guy. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to move this. And as always, guys, before we start, if you guys are enjoying the content, make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Also, huge thank you to our sponsors of this video, BetUS. Make sure to check them out for a 150% sign-up bonus up to $2,000 on your first deposit. Second and third are 125%, as long as you use the promo code YouTube150. That's YouTube150. Make sure to bet responsibly. All right, here we go. Let's go. Daniel Jeremiah's first. Second mock draft. So Abdul Carter is going to be taken here number one overall. I'm going to see how this looks on OBS, so I don't make sure that nothing's getting covered up. I think we're okay. So Abdul Carter taken number one overall. So this is kind of playing into the whole Mike Borgonzi news, where he, the new GM, the president of football operations, said they want to get the best player available. So this is playing into that scenario. So Abdul Carter goes number one overall. You could argue Travis Hunter, but Abdul Carter to me is it's very interesting, because I consider Abdul Carter not exactly a generational talent, because you see star pass rushers like him all the time in drafts. But I still think he's the best player in this draft. Who do I think is most considerable as generational? I would say Travis Hunter, which is weird, because if he's generational, he should be the best player in this draft, right? But he may be the best corner in this draft, in my opinion. But I don't know if he's the best player in this draft. I love Abdul Carter. I love what he does at one position so much. I think he's much better of an edge rusher. All right, so Cleveland Browns going Cam Ward. So obviously Tennessee doesn't go quarterback, so you could expect Cleveland to go quarterback here. It's very interesting how they're going to work that. Cleveland, they could very well not get a rookie quarterback. It seems like they're going to be imploding that franchise soon. I don't know if they're going to be comfortable with bringing in a quarterback with the second overall pick. They might be completely nuking their roster. So I don't know how confident they're going to be in bringing in a young quarterback while that happens, but hey, they get a quarterback here, Cam Ward. I'm hoping to God that he falls to the Giants, but let's see where the Giants go here. The Giants go Travis Hunter, so no Shadur Sanders. Shadur Sanders will not be going to the Giants, number 3 overall. Now, I seen this on Twitter where somebody asked about the Giants and why don't you have them taking a quarterback, and he just put a gif of Matt Stafford, so he's kind of playing into that as well. I don't know who he's heard it from, who he's an insider with, but it seems like a lot of analysts, a lot of guys on in NFL media are playing into Matt Stafford to the Giants. I just don't know what's confirmed and what's not. So we'll see what as free agency goes on. But they haven't gotten Travis Hunter here. To be honest with you, this makes the most sense. Travis Hunter, Heisman winner, a great wide receiver, could use him at wide receiver, but he's a better corner, and that just so happens to be the Giants' probably biggest need right now besides quarterback is cornerback. We're completely thin there. Deonte Banks just not getting it done. Move him to second corner. Travis Hunter would instantly become our best cornerback, and then you could bring him in for 10 to 15 plays as a wide receiver. That's an option. So I really am entertaining the potential of Travis Hunter being drafted over Shedeur, to be honest with you. I just think that he may be a player you just don't want to miss on. I don't know. I love Travis Hunter. So let's go down to the New England Patriots getting Will Campbell. This makes the most sense in the world. In my latest mock draft, I'll put the card up above if you guys want to check it out. I had the Patriots getting Ted McMillan, just going like star playmaker potential to try to kind of give a boost to that offense and help out Drake May a little bit more. But this makes all the sense in the world. Will Campbell, 4th overall to the New England Patriots. There are higher rated players on the available here on my board, but the Pats need to upgrade. Yeah, so they're pretty much just going need here. There's plenty of better players available that they can use to help their roster, because their roster could use everything. But this is kind of like playing into their need right now. So, all right, so Jacksonville Jaguars go Mason Graham. This is probably like one of the most popular picks for the Jacksonville Jaguars. So, great fits the need. One of the most consistent players in the draft. All right, so this is exactly what I thought. Shedeur is not dropping past 6, in my honest opinion. I don't think Shedeur is dropping past 6. The Raiders are either going to trade for him or the Jets are going to trade up for him. So that they're going to get into a trading battle here. But the interesting part is the Jets cannot trade with the Patriots. They'll have to try to leapfrog to the Jacksonville Jaguars, but the Raiders have an opportunity to go to the 4th pick, because the Patriots ain't going to trade with the Jets. In division rival for a quarterback, not going to happen. So I think that the Raiders have a clear path to Shedeur Sanders. New York Jets getting Tyler Warren. I mentioned this in my mock draft. Makes all the sense in the world. Could use a big-time playmaker. And Tyler Warren is one of those tight ends worthy of taking in the top 10. Jalen Walker at number 8. Here's why I'm conflicted here. I'll read this first. The Panthers have a need all over the defensive side of the ball and could be an obvious trade down candidate if someone wants to make a move up the board. If they stay put, Walker is a versatile playmaker for them. He offers enormous upside as a pass rusher. So he is going to be an edge rusher at the next level, to be frank with you. I don't think he's the strongest as an off-ball linebacker. And I know that might sound contradictory, because you kind of got to be strong to be an edge rusher as well. But I just don't see him playing the run as an off-ball linebacker at the second level. He lacks that sort of play strength. I see him more as an edge rusher, working on one-on-ones off the edge, trying to bend the corner. He's very athletic. He has the tools to be an edge rusher. I just don't know if Jalen Walker is necessarily worth taking all the way at number 8. Not that I don't like him at all. He just doesn't have that much experience as an edge rusher. He's extremely raw. He knows no pass rush moves. He really doesn't look like he knows what he's doing out there, but he wins consistently because he's so damn athletic. He's got good enough length. He has a frame of an edge rusher. He's extremely quick off the line. He's got light feet, so he can change directions quickly. Great burst, acceleration, can bend the corner, flexible hips, all of that stuff. He has all the tools. He just needs to put it all together. There has to be a coaching staff that is confident enough of unlocking that potential of Jalen Walker. But as far as a prospect, what he is right now, I would be scared of going all the way 8th overall and drafting a extremely raw prospect like Jalen Walker to play him at edge. So that's just my little rant about it. I don't hate Jalen Walker at all. I just would be weary about taking him this high, if you guys know what I mean. So, but all love to Jalen Walker. Mike Green, he's one of my draft crushes this season. I love watching this guy on film. Him and James Pierce are just phenomenal to me. Mike Green, 17 sacks. I know he played for Marshall. I know he played against lesser competition. The 17 sacks is not easy to accomplish at the collegiate level. There's not many players that could do that at any level of college football. He was able to do that last year. The Saints ranked 3rd to last in yards allowed last season, so they have to improve on that. that on that side of the ball. New head coach Kellen Moore saw the impact of a dominant pass rush can have on a squad during his time with the Eagles. New Orleans selects Green. Yes, I think this is a great fit. I think he could fit right in and get great playing time next to Cam Jordan, Carl Granderson, get in that rotation. And the Saints have a tendency to, now there's a new regime in town with Kellen Moore, and we'll see who he gets as a defensive coordinator, but the Saints have always had a tendency of drafting twitched up, high ceiling edge rushers in the first round of drafts, and a lot of times it hasn't worked out. Like you go to Peyton Turner, Marcus Davenport. They traded a shit ton of picks for. They went all in on Marcus Davenport. I mean, the list goes on and on. They love their edge rushers, so we'll see what they can get out of Mike Green, but I'm a huge fan of this pick. Love it. Chicago Bears getting Kelvin Banks. Great pick. He is the second offensive lineman taken. Kelvin Banks, I love him as well. That tier of offensive tackles, I don't consider them to be extremely good. I just think they're all in the same tier when it comes to the top three. Will Campbell, Josh Simmons, Kelvin Banks. I don't think any of them are like generational blue chip guys, but I think they're in that lesser tier, but they're all scrunched up together. 1B, 1A, 1B, 1C, and however a team wants to put a certain player is who they're gonna take. Kelvin Banks could move to the inside. Josh Simmons could move to the inside. I don't think Will Campbell is a guy you can move to the inside, to be honest with you. So it all depends on who you like more. San Francisco, wow, Will Johnson fell this far. I see him falling. I think he's going to be one of those guys that just falls throughout the draft process. Apparently, there's questions of his deep speed. I never saw it. We heard the same thing about Kamari Lassiter. He seems to be just fine. Kamari Lassiter ran a bad 40 time and all, but I think this is a great fit for Will Johnson, great fit for the 49ers, and to instantly replace Travarius Ward, who is going to be seeking opportunities elsewhere. The Dallas Cowboys go Walter Nolan here, so no offensive line. There's not guys you can really take in the offensive line right now. Maybe Josh Simmons. So they'll be trying out Tyler Guyton again at left tackle. Tet McMillan is still available, if I'm not mistaken. Tet McMillan. That would be a good pick there for the Cowboys. He's a playmaker to help them with the offense side of the football. But they go Walter Nolan here, explosive pass rushing sort of D tackle that can also do extremely well against the run. I mean, he's a all-in-one package there. Walter Nolan is instantly replace Osa Odigizua. So. Ginger ale is just the best, guys, isn't it? All right, Miami Dolphins going Tyler Booker. Now, I love Tyler Booker. I think he's a great, phenomenal, like brick wall of a guard, right? I worry about his pass protection. I know he didn't even allow a sack in his time in Alabama last season, but those numbers could be skewed. You watch him on film, it just seems like more athletic defensive tackles that have a quicker first step can get around him easier. I love Tyler Booker. I wouldn't know about drafting him this high, but I think he's going to be a phenomenal run blocker. I just don't know how is he going to fit Miami and the way they run their offense. Don't they run a lot of outside zone and stuff like that, and wide zone running? I don't know if he's a guy that's going to keep up in those type of zone running schemes. Just because he's just a really big human being, and he's hard to get moving. He's hard to get trucking. I've seen him doing a lot of pulls. I had to cut off there because my dog went crazy for another dog outside. But Tyler Booker, as I was saying, I mean, I love him as a prospect. Just he's huge. He's huge, and I don't know if he's gonna be able to keep up with those those outside running schemes that the Miami likes to do, but. To each their own. Let's see if that works out. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Indianapolis Colts go Armand Membu. This is right around the range. I like Armand Membu. Has the tools to play right tackle. He would be a good plug and play starter at right guard I think he's more of a guard. I think honestly, Miami could have taken Armand Membu, and I wouldn't have batted an eye. I think he's a lot more athletic, and I think he fits more of those wide zone, outside zone running schemes that Miami likes to do. But Indianapolis goes tackle here. I think he could play right tackle as well. He's a great run blocker. I think he's better in pass protection as well. And he's just a great gap sealer. He's great at redirecting rushers and opening up lanes for running backs. So Jonathan Taylor would be appreciative of Armand Membu. Love him as a prospect. Mykel Williams. This is right around the range I could see Mykel Williams going. I don't know where I had him going. Where did I have him going? I don't remember where. I think I had him going all the way up to the Saints. I have Mykel Williams as like a second round prospect, maybe late first. I just think there's so much there that is inconsistent. There's a lot of tools. You can see it there, but it's the same thing like Jalen Walker. Again, an edge rusher from Georgia. Same thing like Jalen Walker. He's an inside-outside guy. You can put him anywhere on that line. He can play defensive interior. He can play edge rusher. He's just got a lot of tools that he hasn't yet put together. He's dealt with injury. He dealt with injury all of the 2024 season. And his numbers as far as a pass rusher is lackluster. It's not all there. Not a very productive time as an edge rusher at Georgia. So I would be again wary about drafting him too high, but Atlanta, again, another team that likes twitched up defensive pass rushers. So to each their own. Arizona Cardinals. Grant would immediately assist against the run. I see Dexter Lawrence's name, that's why I'm reading this. So, immediately assist against the run, and he has an enormous upside as a pass rusher. The hope is that he eventually develops into an impact defender in the mold of Dexter Lawrence. Let me get one thing straight here. All right, there's only one Dexter Lawrence in the NFL, in NFL history. Dexter Lawrence is the best nose tackle of all time. That's right. Best nose tackle of all time. If you guys could give me a nose tackle in the comments that is better than Dexter Lawrence, and I'm talking nose tackle. Don't give me 3 techs. Don't give me inside-outside guys. Don't give me Aaron Donald. He's not a nose tackle. Don't give me anybody like that. He's the best nose tackle of all time. But I will be honest with you, Kenneth Grant gives me a lot of Dexter Lawrence vibes as far as how he was coming out of college, where he didn't have it all there yet as a pass rusher, but you could see the potential, and he just unlocked it out of nowhere. Kenneth Grant is very stout against the run, can hold up 2 gaps, can hold up both A gaps if he wanted to. Very good against the run, and he has potential as a pass rusher as well. So I could understand that, DJ. I'll let you slide mentioning Dexter Lawrence's name like that. Cincinnati drafts Jahdae Barron. This is a great pick. They need defensive help everywhere. Their defense is one of the worst. Pretty much single-handedly kept them out of the playoffs. It literally took Joe Burrow to be the leading passer in the NFL with the most touchdowns, and Jamar Chase having the triple crown this season, and they still didn't get into the playoffs. So anywhere on the defense they can upgrade, and especially at the cornerback position. They've got Cam Taylor-Britt there, and not much else after that. I think they have DJ Turner, if I'm not mistaken, over there, but he's not good either. So Cincinnati goes Jahdae Barron. Great pick there. Gray Zabel going to Seattle. This is another great pick. Seattle continues to build their offensive line. They drafted Christian Haynes last season. He was one of my guys last season. I don't know how he did this season, or if he got any playing time, but Gray Zabel is one of my favorites. He's like the Graham Barton of this draft. So great pick there. Tampa Bay going, wow. Ted McMillan. This is what I've been talking about. I said this in my mock draft. I don't know why Ted McMillan is falling on a lot of people's, in their minds, in their mock drafts. Why is he falling so far? He's a guy that I would take with a top 5 pick in the draft. I don't know why Ted is falling this far, but if he falls to Tampa Bay, that is a slam dunk pick. I'm making that. I'm running up to. I'm not wasting any time. The NFL draft is gonna have to come up with a lot of commercials. If I'm Tampa Bay, I'm putting that pick right in. So no, I'm not wasting no time. So fill in the gap with commercials, cause I'm running this baby in. Especially like I'm pretty sure DJ is mentioning right now, you know, Mike Evans, extremely consistent player for Tampa Bay, 1,000 yards every single season he's been with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He won't play forever. He's in his 30s now. And Chris Godwin, always hurt. Ted McMillan will come in and just help them out instantly. So, and on top of that, they have Jalen. They have Jalen McMillan. So adding another McMillan in there would be fun. Let me go back and see. Ted McMillan, if they don't keep T. Higgins, I would consider taking Ted McMillan here. I would consider taking Ted McMillan. Maybe Miami just needs help on that offensive line, though. I would consider taking Ted McMillan with Dallas. Not Chicago. New Orleans, but they got Mike Green. Carolina could take him. Maybe Carolina this high. The Jets could take him, you know? So, I don't know. He fell way too far, in my opinion. Way too far. But that's the NFL draft for you. Denver, I had this pick as well. Colston Loveland. I think that's a match made in heaven there. Denver loves athletic tight ends. Think Devin Funchess, also out of Michigan, back in, 2015. And Greg Dulcich a couple of years ago, who is now a New York Giant, oddly enough. Ashton Jeanty. Wow. Why did I even think of that? Like, why did I not think of that? I'm a Boise State fan. I'm like, I didn't even think, where's Ashton Jeanty at? So the first running back. So interesting. There's going to be 3 running backs taken in this draft, and none of them are picked until the 21st pick. Wow, Ashton Jeanty dropping all the way to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Holy smokes. If I'm most of these teams, if I'm Cincinnati, I'm running for Ashton Jeanty. Seattle, no. Tampa Bay, no. Denver, I would consider it heavily. Denver doesn't have a running game at all. I would consider getting Ashton Jeanty. Atlanta, no. Dallas skipped out on Jeanty for Walter Nolan. Wow. Chicago, Carolina. Wow. Interesting. All right, that's interesting. All right, so let's go on to the rest of this draft. Now I'm really intrigued. Los Angeles. All right, running back. Omari and Hampton. All right, the Chargers desperately need to give Justin Herbert more offensive firepower. Hampton would hit a lot of home runs in the offensive system. Wow. Okay, 2 running backs back to back. It's rare we even see more than 1 running back in the draft. This time, back to back. Josh Simmons drops to the Green Bay Packers. Good pick here. This would be a great pick here. Simmons coming off an injury as a gifted, but he's gifted as any offensive lineman in this class. Absolutely. He has all the tools to play multiple spots of the offensive line, of course. So this is a great pick for Green Bay. Oh, wow. Whoa. Whoa. So it's not Caleb Johnson. It's not Cam Scatterbo. It's Travion Henderson. You know, I'm not even mad at it. I just am surprised. This is like the first time I think I've seen Travion Henderson drafted in the first round. And that's pretty high, the 24th pick. So, okay. The Vikings had an up-close look at what a dynamic runner can do for an offense that also features a loaded passing attack. See Jahmyr Gibbs in Detroit. Minnesota finds its own running back weapon in Henderson with Aaron Jones headed for free agency. Wow, okay. I'm not mad at it. There may be other positions you need. I don't know who's exactly available on the defensive line. They definitely need defensive line, but not mad at it. They're losing a lot of guys on defense in free agency. So, I don't know. Maybe this is more of a luxury pick and they're trying to go all in. Maybe. Mika Ibuka to the Texans. This is very highly popular. I think I had this in my... No, I didn't have it. Where did I have a Mika Ibuka going? I think I had him going to Pittsburgh, but I'm taking Ashton Jeanty all day. All right. Darius Alexander to the Los Angeles. So they go defensive tackle again? And when they have multiple defensive tackles over there, do they not? Don't they have like Byron Young and Braden Fisk, and they got some guys over there. So they're going defensive tackle again. That's interesting. instead of helping out that offensive line. Alaric Jackson's a free agent. All right. Baltimore, Shamar Stewart, great fit. Great fit. I love Shamar Stewart. If he dropped one more to the Lions, I think Shamar Stewart to the Lions is a match made in heaven. Donovan Jackson, I believe he played tackle for them. I haven't done my film on Donovan Jackson yet, but a lot of people, he has inside-outside versatility, so this would be good for the Detroit Lions, try to keep their offensive line strong, as Kevin Zeitler is like their only free agent on their line right now, so they can just plug and play Donovan Jackson. Jahad Campbell, Jahad Campbell going to the Washington Commanders. This is a good one. You know, they've got okay, I was blanking, but it was Bobby Wagner. Why was I blanking? It's late. It's 12:07 right now, and I should be getting some sleep. Get ready for work. But yeah, they have Bobby Wagner right now. Obviously, he's a lot older. You know, he's way past his prime, but he's still playing at a great level. But besides that, you gotta look for the future, look to replace. And Jahad Campbell, the only off-ball linebacker worth taking in the first round. They get him here at 29. Good value, good pick. Flashes elite potential, absolutely. I hate the Commanders now because now they're actually good. So I don't like this pick, but I like the pick at the same time. Matthew Golden to the Buffalo Bills. I had this as well. I thought I was the only guy to put Matthew Golden in the first round. I think he's a first-round talent, but so did Daniel Jeremiah. All right. Kansas City. I had Josh Connolly going to Kansas City as well. All right, so I'm hanging in there with the GOAT, Daniel Jeremiah. This is an obvious pick. He's the best pass protector in this draft, in my opinion. Like, he's the best true pass protector in this draft, in my opinion. Not the best offensive lineman in this draft, or best tackle rather, but the best true pass protector in this draft, in my opinion, is Josh Connolly. So he's like the Charles Cross of this draft. Malachi Starks falling to 32. Yeah, I'm not the biggest Malachi Starks guy, to be honest with you. I think there are plenty other safeties that we've seen that are better as far as first-round talent goes. If Brian Branch fell all the way to the second round, Malachi Starks could fall too. Okay, so yeah, this is a great mock draft. I enjoyed this one. I like it. Daniel Jeremiah always hits, man. Daniel Jeremiah always has some, and they always make sense. They could be surprising, but I'm willing to roll with it. You know, it's nothing like insanely crazy, like Ashton Jeanty going to the Giants or anything like that. You know, like something astronomical. So that's Daniel Jeremiah's mock draft, everybody. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe if you guys are new to the channel, and we'll see you guys in the next video.